Sorry, okay? He likes me better.
You're boring, you know. Blame yourself. Hayase-san, be my girlfriend.
Huh? It got later than I thought.
Her soft hair, tousled with bedhead, fluttered in the wind as she jogged, cutting through the refreshing morning air. She wasn't holding a piece of toast in her mouth, but the sight was straight out of a shoujo manga. Just earlier, she had been giving directions to some overseas travelers. She was the kind of kind-hearted person who couldn't ignore someone in need. Onlookers thought she might bump into someone at the corner, and then...
Ah! I'm so sorry. Are you hurt, Executive Director?
Good morning, Hayase-san. It's dangerous to rush like that.
My apologies.
She had suddenly fallen into my arms, and though I warned her, I couldn't help but smile. I'm fine. Are you unhurt too, Hayase-san?
Yes. Thank you for catching me, Executive Director Fujikawa.
She's dazzling today as well. Hayase Natsu, a modest yet charming 27-year-old whose smile could even turn bedhead into cuteness. She was a general clerk at a medium-sized trading firm, Nanyo Shoji, and I am Fujikawa Kosuke, 36, and executive director there. You've got some bedhead, you know, Hayase-san.
My apologies. Showing you such an unsightly look.
If only I could say that's what makes you cute. Yes, I secretly had feelings for her. I was 32, she was 25, an executive director and a general clerk, but that wasn't the real problem. Good morning, Executive Director Fujikawa. Good morning, Nishikura-kun. Natsu, again causing trouble for the executive director? And you've even got bedhead.
I've got no excuse.
This was Nishikura Tsutomu, exchanging familiar words and gazes with Hayase. He was in the overseas sales department, handling food, boasting one of the top records. Truly, the ace of sales, age 32. Hayase's peer and her boyfriend, the main reason I kept my feelings hidden, or so I thought.
Sorry, okay? He likes me better.
The smug woman was Kurosawa Manaka, Hayase's peer, working as a generalist. You're boring, you know. Blame yourself.
No, why? Tsutomu, that's so cruel.
Why? Lately, even if I asked you out, you just said work, work. Huh, you've become such a boring woman. Why try so hard at work when you're dating the ace of sales? It seemed that after she turned him down last night, Nishikura spent the night at a hotel with Kurosawa instead. If she were happy, I had no intent to interfere. Hiding my feelings should have been easy. Hayase-san, you have an executive interview today. I'm your assigned executive, so please come to my office afterward.
Yes, understood.
Saying that, I turned away without looking at them.
I'll return to work. Thank you for everything until now, Nishikura-san.
Huh. Hayase bowed deeply to the man who had just been her boyfriend and the woman who took him. Perhaps because this reaction was unexpected, Nishikura's eyes widened as he cursed. Huh, even now you talk about work? Mocking me, huh?
Hey, Tsutomu, was there ever an executive interview scheduled?
Huh, she must have just messed something up. Nishikura glared at Hayase's retreating figure, sulking like a spoiled child.
Well, yeah. That girl being called in by executives. About that level, right?
Kurosawa once again wore her smug grin, slipping her arm smoothly around the sulking man's arm.
Executive Executive Director Fujikawa, about that executive interview.
She had chased after me as I left. Her voice made me stop. When I turned, I met her eyes. Her expression was a mix of worry and relief, tinged with melancholy. Will there really be an interview?
There isn't, right?
Correct, there isn't. You looked like you were about to cry, so I wanted to give you an option.
You saw that?
With insults hurled right at her, she had probably frozen in place, unable to accept reality. If she wanted to argue back, fine. If she wanted to cling, fine. But if she wanted to flee, I simply offered her an escape. I could have taken her hand and pulled her away, but I thought it should be her choice. Rather than forcing my judgment, I thought it better to honor what her heart chose in that moment.
So that's what it was. You're amazing, Executive Director.
Perhaps her shoulders loosened. She muttered weakly, half to herself.
I'm sorry for exposing such drama at work. Thank you for saving me, Executive Director Fujikawa.
No, I acted on my own. Even at a time like this, not forgetting courtesy and giving thanks, that was surely part of her charm. I've witnessed quite the scene. Executive interview, was it? The one who had witnessed everything was Samekawa Hayato, president of Nanyo Shoji. Forgive me, it just slipped out. You were trying to protect her, weren't you? That's so like you. It seemed to strike his funny bone. He chuckled all the way until we reached the president's office.
My name is Hayase Natsu. I graduated from junior college, so I applied as a clerical hire. But someday I hope to transfer to a generalist role.
That was when she spoke, eyes shining with dreams, at the first peer gathering after joining the company.
Huh. You don't know? A junior college grad becoming a generalist at a trading company. Total pipe dream. You're not even at the starting line, poor thing.
There had been about 4 in our peer group. Kurosawa and Nishikura had graduate degrees. Another man, now retired after a career change, had graduated from a 4-year university. Ayase, the youngest, with only a junior college degree, had been dismissed like that by Kurosawa. Sorry to call you in suddenly, Hayase-san. The next day, just after the official work hours ended, I had summoned Hayase to the executive office.
Not at all. I wanted to speak with you too, Executive Director.
Really?
Yes. I wanted to properly thank you for yesterday. Please, will you accept this?
What's this?
I made it after I got home yesterday. Executive Director Fujikawa, you like sweets, don't you?
Yes, I'm a dyed-in-the-wool sweet tooth. I could practically live on desserts alone all day without a problem. Who told you?
No, actually. When I was buried, I happened to see you a few times enjoying the famous pudding from the dessert shop, Executive Director.
Buried? Did I mishear when I was in trouble? Right. I didn't notice I was being watched.
Of course you wouldn't think I was buried in the flower bed nearby. I'm sorry for basically peeking.
I didn't mishear.
It can't compare to a famous shop's sweets. I also thought about your health and was particular about the sugar I used. But if you're not comfortable with homemade, please don't feel obliged.
On the very day she was cheated on, when it would have been natural to weep and shut herself in, she spent her time for me, who merely tossed her a lifeline, and she even worried about my health. There's no need to hesitate. I can't hold it in anymore. Every cell in my body tingles, urging me on. Hayase-san, be my girlfriend.
Huh?
Hayase blinked wide-eyed, probably unable to process my words right away. The next moment, her cheeks flushed crimson and she began to fluster.
Executive Director, what are you saying? If you're trying to be considerate of my broken heart, I'm okay.
I've liked you for a long time. Enough that I can't just leave you single.
A person as lofty as the executive director likes me? This is a dream. And also, this is the first time I've heard you say ore. No, calm down, Hayase. He's kind, so he's only being considerate. That must be it.
I could tell she was wavering, so I added the clincher. I won't use my position to force you, but if you don't mind, we can try it out. I'm not saying this out of pity for your heartbreak. If you don't trust that, let me show you from here on. From then on, my days of telling her how I felt began. Good morning, Hayase-san. I came to pick you up.
Executive Director, good morning! You came all the way to my place to pick me up?
Yeah, also, when it's just the two of us, I'd like you to call me by my name.
It wasn't a dream?
Is this about mixed enough?
Yes, when you lifted, the peaks hold, so that's good.
Got it. What should I do next?
Hearing you talk casually right by my ear, I can't handle it. I'm not used to it yet.
I told you, when it's just us, use my name.
That's not the point. Tsutomu, tonight too, okay? There's a place I want to try.
Meanwhile, ever since that day, rumors spread that Kurosawa and Nishikura were flirting in the office. As if on purpose, they showed it off loud enough for Hayase to hear. Clueless to the cold stares around them, the two airheads carried on. Of course, Manaka. Wherever you want, I'll take you. Hayase-san, can you take a break?
Yeah! Executive Director, good work!
Good work. Sorry, did I startle you? Your face goes red so fast. You're so straightforward and cute.
Executive Director, I got it already.
You did? I'm glad. With a quiet chuckle in my throat, my gaze warned those two. Then I headed to lunch with Hayase as she rose. I heard a new high-end French place open nearby.
I brought a homemade bento.
Did you? I like that modest side of you. You never angle for expensive spots.
Is that a compliment? What was that? Why would Executive Director Fujikawa pick that woman?
Coworkers who had worried about Hayase buzzed with delight, while Kurosawa ground her molars.
So the rumor was true. I heard they even came from the station together this morning. I heard the executive director confessed. He always liked her, but kept it quiet because she was taken. So the story goes. The executive director? No way. I'm jealous of Hayase-san. The executive director's been smiling more lately. He's even more handsome. I bet it's thanks to her. She's got a cute smile and works so hard. They suit each other.
Unable to forgive the two who hurt Hayase with cheating and theft, coworkers deliberately spoke a bit loudly on purpose. I've heard, Kosuke. Word is you've changed. The gossip-loving ladies chatter every day. Beside me, Samekawa Hayato clinked his glass and laughed, watching my recent moves with interest. Heh. When, 2 years ago, the iron-walled you admitted your feelings for Hayase, I was truly shocked. Nostalgic. For a woman to catch the eye of the man who racked up achievements as CEO in South America at a young age, she must be remarkable. Well, not quite on my wife's level, of course. He joked with a boyish charm that belied his 40 years. Please, don't tease me, President. More importantly, about that matter.
Oh, good work, Executive Director Fujikawa.
About 2 weeks after I confessed to Hayase, Kurosawa addressed me with a deliberately sweet smile and higher than usual pitch. Good work. Do you need something from me?
I just saw you and wanted to say hello. But if you're free, might we talk a bit?
Her hand inched toward my arm, the intent plain as day. Get close, and any man will be pleased. It's not admirable to try to touch a superior without permission.
Sorry. You're You're just so dashing. I did it unconsciously. How embarrassing of me.
What's embarrassing is that clumsy act.
What? I was only worried you were being deceived. That woman, Hayase, after her boyfriend dumped her, she ran crying to you, didn't she? Because you're kind, you couldn't just leave her, isn't that right?
No, she became single, so I confessed. I'm the one who wants her.
No way. That woman, junior college grad, claiming she'll aim for a generalist role. And everyone cheering her on like it's real. Surely you know it's reckless. In trading companies, junior college grads almost never get placed as generalists. Reality, right?
Indeed, she wasn't wrong. In Sogo Shosha, assigning a junior college grad to a generalist track is extremely rare. Though the world has been shifting to prize ability over pedigree in recent years, trading houses still maintain strong academic filters. The bigger the company, the stronger the tendency, and our firm, a mid-tier player edging toward the majors, is one of them.
A woman like that could never be a match for someone who became an executive so young. Please wake up.
It's true that at our firm there is, as yet, no precedent for a junior college graduate serving in a generalist role. But every phenomenon gets its first precedent when someone accomplishes it.
Then, are you saying that woman could be the first to do it?
Who knows? More importantly, Kurosawa-san, referring to her as that woman is unacceptable. Watch your mouth when you speak about my girlfriend. Even if you come on to me, my feelings won't change. Just then, I spotted Hayase a little ways off, and my heart brightened at once. Natsu, on break now?
Oh, wait, Executive Director. I told you not to call me that at work.
Sorry. Guess it's become a habit. So, how's your bedhead? It's still sticking up, you know. I let out a quiet chuckle in my throat, and she scolded me. Your way of talking turned scarlet. I had to fight the urge to stroke her cheek right then. Kurosawa vanished from my awareness in an instant, and I headed straight to Hayase.
What? Girlfriend? So the rumor was true. And the way he called her Natsu. And that executive director who speaks politely to everyone, using casual speech?
She stood rooted to the spot, trembling, crushed by defeat.
You were in the middle of a conversation. Was it okay to leave?
Yeah, didn't seem like anything important.
I can't stand that girl dating a better man than me. In that case, I'll show her the difference in class through work.
About a month later, the emergency board meeting was taut with tension. A problem has arisen in our Chile copper mine project. Seeing the packets of the latest information handed out by President's secretary and wife, Samekawa Hiro, the directors couldn't hide their agitation. As in the materials, additional investment justified by environmental regulations and a request to revise contract terms due to rising labor costs at the mining company. On-site negotiations will be entrusted to you, Executive Director Fujikawa. Use your South America experience to the fullest. Understood. So, we'll form an ad hoc response team with the International Resources Department. I'll command on site, so please take your positions and cooperate.
Yes. The executive director himself leading on site. This is my chance. If I'm selected for the team and contribute here, the executive director will choose me.
She tried to approach me many times over the month, desperate to win me over. She clearly hadn't given up. And this time, Kurosawa must have been certain she'd be chosen. However... Lastly, from Section 2, Hayase-san.
What? Me?
The final member selected was Hayase, the only pick from clerical staff.
Please wait a second. Why? Why her? Don't tell me you chose her even knowing she'd be useless just because you're dating her.
Do you truly think I would take on this critical task for such a reason?
But it's absurd. How could she be chosen when I'm not? She's clerical. I'm superior in every way. I can't accept this.
Does she feel no shame loudly declaring she looks down on Hayase? She doesn't realize she's only tanking her own evaluation. I have a justified reason to select Hayase-san.
There is no such reason.
You have no idea how much effort Hayase-san has put in, or how capable she is, do you? She has language skills that work locally in Chile. English, Chinese, and Spanish. Hayase-san is properly mastered up to business conversation. That was before I became an executive. My third year at the company, the Samekawa Conglomerate appointed me CEO for South America, and I was stationed there. Day after day of large projects on site, copper mines, lithium development, agricultural imports. With overlapping cases, the interpreting department was short-staffed. I'll have to rely on Japan. Right before talks with the local government, I urgently requested materials from HQ in Japan. These materials? Who on earth did this? I was stunned by how quickly HQ returned the documents. Even mining specific terminology that standard translation software struggles with was decoded accurately. I heard HQ's translation team had been swamped for years. This is impressive. Using that data, negotiations concluded successfully, later becoming a contract that generated massive profit.
Don't tell me. Hayase-san did that translation?
I was surprised too. While I was away from Japan, someone highly capable had joined, and it made my eyes widen. I was in South America the year she joined. After I returned and was appointed executive director, I watched her work with my own eyes, and I understood. She's certainly a junior college grad. Even so, she's smart. She's equipped herself to compete by striving single-mindedly toward her goal.
Executive Director Fujikawa?
Hayase-san, with the interpreting team maxed out, we need your strength on the team. Will you do it?
Yes! I'll give it my all! No way. She gets picked and I don't? That can't be.
After that, Hayase worked with me on the local negotiations. Thanks to the team's coordination, the matter was settled with a successful agreement.
Whew! It was tough, but I'm glad it worked out.
Once the hectic days eased a bit, Hayase let out a breath, her cheeks softening.
Dad, did you see me?
The evening sky, its gentle colors felt like the embrace of the father she'd lost.
And at first I thought Executive Director Fujikawa was just being considerate. But now...
Natsu? It was Nishikura Tsutomu. He looked more worn than before.
What is it, Nishikura-san? Please let go!
Don't say that. Hear me out. I really can't do without you. With Banaka, I was never serious. She kept inviting me, so it was just supposed to be a fling. I've learned my lesson. You're modest, a good woman, unlike her, always begging for luxury things.
There's no way I could suddenly like you again now, is there?
Don't say that. I get it right. The executive director threatened you and forced himself on you, didn't he? That's why you've been working like mad. He made you date him.
Don't badmouth the executive director. He's not like that. And how many times have I told you? For my late father's sake, I absolutely want to work as a generalist. That's why I'm doing my utmost.
Yes, the reason she clung to becoming a generalist was a certain promise she'd made with her late father.
Natsu, I'm sorry. Because your dad was so useless, I couldn't send you to a 4-year university.
The year she entered high school, Natsu's father fell ill and became unable to work properly.
That's not true. You raised me all by yourself to this point. The reason I wanted to work at a trading company that does overseas business is thanks to you taking me abroad so many times when I was little. With my own strength, I'll definitely make my dream come true. You always told me I could do it, didn't you? So don't blame yourself. I will never give up. I'll work in a trading company like you, so please don't worry.
She wanted to be involved in overseas business at a trading company like the father she loved, who worked at one. That's why she clung to a generalist role.
That reaction. So you really never paid it any mind. When we first met, you said you supported me.
No, I mean, maybe we talked about that, but I'm recognized as the ace of the sales department, you know. It bored me that you kept trying to push on without relying on me. You don't have to work that hard. I'd support you.
What is that supposed to mean? I'm not here to be kept by someone. Don't belittle me.
Say what you want, but now you're dating an executive. Or is that it? You're cozying up to an exec, planning to sleep your way into a generalist appointment? Huh, that must be it. There's no way you and the executive director are dating purely. What leaks through his words is an inferiority complex toward me, someone above him.
That's not it! The executive director and I aren't like that.
How rude. This is true love. When I spoke from behind, Nishikura visibly jolted, his shoulders jumping as he went pale in an instant. Executive Director, you were here. Yes, I was thinking you could take this one back. Huh? When he turned, there was Kurosawa Manaka, livid at the situation of him rejecting her and begging Natsu to take him back. Manaka? No, this is...
Excuses are pointless. I heard everything.
Nishikura-kun, this is a problem. You need to treat your girlfriend properly. As you can see, I'm not so idle that I can deal every day with ambushes and pointless advances. In fact, just a moment ago, she was pressing me to go on a date with her just once. One more thing. I loathe people who lack real effort or ability, yet were merely fortunate, and overrate themselves while squawking about it. I looked at them as if to say, I mean you two, and they finally quieted down. I'm the one who fell for Natsu's way of life, and for her. She's not someone who leeches off titles. Remember that well. Shall we go, Natsu? As she moved close, supporting Natsu's shoulder and starting to walk, she apologized to me, then looked back at them.
It's true the executive director is a man out of my league. At first I thought he was just being considerate. But now, I can't hold back how much I like him. Nishikura-san, I don't have a shred of lingering attachment to you. Please be happy. And Kurosawa-san, if you want something I no longer need, be my guest and take him.
What? It was the first time I'd heard Natsu speak with that kind of bite, and I fell for her even more. Acting all high and mighty, he only became an executive because he's kin to some rich family's heir. Even if those slurs never reached my ears, his immediately did, and he scooped them up. My, you really can't judge people, can you?
Mr. President, why are you here?
Oh, I thought Kosuke was doing something entertaining, so I came to watch. He just drifted in from who knows where to spectate from on high. What a personality. So, some rich family's heir? Was that meant for me? Because he's my relative, huh? That's funny. President Samekawa is the second son of the Samekawa Conglomerate. I'm related to the Samekawa family. President Hayato is my cousin. President Hayato's father is the head of the conglomerate, and his sister married into the illustrious Fujikawa family, where I was born. In other words, the rich family he means is the Samekawa Conglomerate, the mega conglomerate that throws its weight around in love koi. You work for us and didn't know? When Executive Director Fujikawa was CEO for South America, he brought us massive profits. Our conglomerate doesn't have that main house-branch house feud nonsense. Kosuke is like a beloved little brother to me. That's why I've watched him more closely than anyone. Kosuke's father is sharp and deeply versed in statecraft. Seeing his father, Kosuke put in the work himself. I believe his current position is something he won by his own effort. In my 3rd year, the Patriarch summoned me and assigned me a major project in South America directly. He told me in a gravely voice there'd be no favoritism just because I'm his nephew, so deliver results. The memory is vivid. So then, just how valuable do you two think you are? His eyes didn't smile. Even they had to recognize they had truly angered him. I despise more than anything women who put down others just to puff themselves up. And let's see, small men who force their ideas onto women to feel superior too. Why, we are so sorry. He once brought the hammer down on a family that belittled his beloved wife for years. That's why he loathes such people to the core. If they've made not only the executive director, but also the president their enemy, no one in the company will side with them anymore.
Your sales results have been failing lately, too. Time to hand back that ace title, isn't it? Now you see your performance depended on the support around you, right?
Damn, so it wasn't just me. Only now does Nishikura Tsutomu realize how much support he had. As for Kurosawa Manaka, after a post-breakup scene from hell, they split. They're the butt of jokes around the office. And then...
Hayase-san, congratulations on your assignment to a generalist track. Executive Director Fujikawa's recommendation helped, but it's your own ability. You work so hard. Thank you. It's thanks to everyone cheering me on. No way. Junior college grad, transferring to a generalist role seized by merit. She actually became the president.
Kurosawa Manaka, who'd rested on her graduate school laurels and grown complacent, couldn't bear to see the leap of the woman she'd looked down on. Afraid of certainly being surpassed, she resigned of her own accord. The result of total defeat was etched in her heart.
I had no idea you'd been recommending me all this time. Thank you.
No, the company's structure took work to overturn. My recommendation alone couldn't change it. Back when I was CEO in South America, I was saved by the careful, rapid work of rookie you, Hayase. Ever since, I've pushed at the board for you as a talent essential to overseas business. So, this isn't because I recommended you. It's the fruit of your years of blood-stained effort. Hold your head high and report to your father. Oh, and one more thing. I'd like to go greet your father and ask for your hand. Is that all right?
Yes, he'll definitely cry with joy.
There's no arguing that titles indicate what a person is. But whether you have a title or not, it's also true that some people own themselves and push forward single-mindedly. People are profoundly deep. Unless you step in, you may never know what someone is truly like. And with Natsu, I'm sure I can keep climbing to ever greater heights of happiness.
Aw, Brittany here. I love Natsu-chan. She's like my spirit character. Love her. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time. Bye!